Good morning. Thank you, Jesus, for the day. It is a Tuesday. Let's get to work. This morning I finished putting on all of our side panels and cleaning all of our oyster white cabinets that are sitting right over there. And now what I'm on to is the next kitchen remodel, which is a white oak natural stained kitchen remodel. The material is white oak. The stain it's called natural. And yeah, obviously it's another kitchen remodel. So yesterday, while I was working on the oyster white kitchen remodel, Brandon and Jacob built all the face frames. Natural stained. Carl's been clear coating those. And then Brandon's been building all of the cabinets at the CNC cutout. So he's working on that. I'm getting all of our trim sanded, cut out, measured, put together. So this is going to be the crown. It's just a flat 2.5 inch wide board. Shoe molding, screen molding, and then that's for some panels. There's a dishwasher panel and like a mini fridge panel they have to build, but that's the front part. So I need to get all these sanded down to the desired width that I need them, with the wide belt sander right here. And then once I have everything sanded down, I'll go over there, I'll palm sand it, label it, and then I'll start building the mini fridge panel and also the dishwasher panel out of some different material. It'll be all white oak still, but I sandwich it all together and then attach the face frame. So I need to start sanding this, and then we'll start doing that. I have our crown material exactly to 2.5 inches wide now. Now what I'll do is take it from 13/16 of an inch thick to 3/4 of an inch thick. Go just like this. Essentially we're sanding this just like we would a door or a face frame. Starts at 13/16 from our distributor. We're going to take it down to 3/4 of an inch thick so it planes out with the front of our doors. Make it look really nice. This white oak's super nice. I like it. I will mention this too about this job. The island is painted. And it's I forget the name. It's kind of a weird name. From Sherwin-Williams. And it's a red. I think it'll look super nice with this natural stained white oak. So essentially it's a double color kitchen. We used to do a whole bunch of double color kitchens, but they're not as popular anymore. But it doesn't mean they don't look good. They still look really nice. And it's always nice to see something a little different as well. Get that piece in there, get that piece in there. Alright, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 more passes to do on this. And then I have to do the shoe the same way, both sides. The screen molding essentially the same way, and then the fillers or the dishwasher and mini fridge panels the same way. So I'm going to be over here for a little while, getting all this material down to the desired width or depth, however you want to think about it, or height, I guess, however you want to think about it. Yeah, and then once this is done, we'll go palm sand it with the DeWalt palm sander. Some 150 grit sandpaper. Use 150 grit because if you go any less than that, the stain will tend to get blotchy, or the primer and paint won't adhere as well. And then we'll label everything, double check it, make sure our widths are all, or depths or heights, again, however you want to think about it, our length is all what we need it to be. Brandon has a bunch of our white oak natural stained cabinets put together. CNC did kind of a terrible job cutting this time. I don't know what happened, but missing some parts for there, missing some parts for there, missing some parts for there. So it's gonna have to cut probably a full sheet of parts, but it is what it is. I'm over here sanding all of our trim. I have our panel pieces done. There's some over there, and now I'm sanding down all the crown. I'm just measuring it, double checking, labeling the back side that you'll never see. Once the crown's done, I have screen molding, and then I have to round over the shoe and sand it. Brandon and I got all of our trim done. That's for the island that's painted. This is for the the stain stuff, obviously. I can put my Lazy Susan face frame together. Well, I better just wait until it's stained. It's trying to think what's easier for them to spray. I think it's easier if it's not put together before they stain it, is what I think. So we're gonna wait on that. Still need to put together our mini fridge side panel. I just got the measurements for the mini fridge, so I can figure out this cabinet, the cabinet that goes next to it. But we still need to put together the dishwasher and the mini fridge, like actual panel. One cabinet has all the parts. Corner cabinet number 2 has all the parts. There's only one part that's bad, so Brandon's cutting that. I'm going to start dadoing that piece. Then he can put that together. We'll put the corner cabinet together. We'll put the Lazy Susan cabinet together. Once that's all together, I think we will just quickly get those 2 panels together, so then all like the trim sheet is done. And then once that's done, hopefully we can get all the face frames dadoed and then screwed on. That would be big. That would be really nice. I don't know. That's kind of my game plan, quite honestly. I'm gonna get this dadoed up, the dado blade up a little bit. That should be plenty for right now. And then I'll just kind of test it as I go. And then what else do I need? What else do I need? Shelf holes. My least favorite. Not my least favorite. They're just kind of a pain in the you-know-what. It's an extra step. They're not really that hard. They're just a pain because I'm used to the CNC doing them. So, and I always forget to do them beforehand, and then you put the cabinet together. Then it's actually a pain to do. So, once Brandon's done with that piece, I'm going to dado it. Love that. That's that side right there. Yep, perfect. Let me just seal this so I don't make a mistake. And then, Brandon, I'll dado this. I'm going to drill the shelf holes, because otherwise that'll suck. And then you can put it together. So right here, there should be a 1/4. Yep, one about a 1/4 in. A little bit shy of a 1/4, I would argue. Something like that. Can I get that in there? That's pretty much right at a 1/4. I can live with that. And then again, it's this side that I need to get the 1/4 inch. I think that's the correct height. Only one way to find out. I'm gonna go slow since it's clear coated material. It'll chip it all up if I don't go slow. So I can tell by that lip I need to go a little deeper, but that looks pretty darn good. Let's see. Let's go probably a hair deeper. Let's see if I just didn't put even pressure. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah. There we go. Love that. That's done now. Now I just need to do the top part. Let's see what we have here. 1/2 inch. So I need to move my dado blade 1/2 inch away from the fence. Once it calms down. Come on. Take a little bit forever and it kind of annoys me. No patience. Okay. 1/2 inch, perfect. Since I'm going with the grain, the chip out won't be as bad, but I still need to be careful. Perfect. Okay. So that's the bottom, that's the bottom. My bottom hole should be at 8. It's like right between 9 and 5/8. Love that for us. Do. Don't like doing it this way because it makes the hole wider. But if I only do it on the bottom one, we'll never use the bottom one for the shelf in theory. That'll give me a place to start. Okay. Now I put my pin. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. About. Yep. Okay, now I just need to make sure we're gonna go straight here. Feels really good. One way to do it, I guess. Kind of have them flip-flopped, but it don't matter. It'll be alright. It'll be alright. Okay. Make sure we're like 9. We're like 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. $16 on like 3. $16 on like 3. Cap. That all makes sense, right? Just like that.
Pretty duplicated.
That'll work. Okay, perfect. That's done. Now Brandon will put that together and I'll start. I gotta cut down a little bit for our corner cabinet. We can shove that together. Then we got put the Lazy Susan together, which between the corner cabinet and the Lazy Susan cabinet, I hate both. But it's gotta get done. So I'm going to do that right meow. 11 1/8 on an angle is what I need here on a 45, which is not my favorite. Zoom, zoom, zoom. It's a nice arm workout here. Get this 45-degree. Okay, brother. As much fun as that was, right? So I want to go 11 1/8 right to there. Back it up, Terry. Just a hair. 11 1/8. Hi, Remdog. She had a milk bone. She loved it, she said. That's correct. That would be the back there. Cap. Piece will go like that. And then this piece, same thing. Bingo. Okay. Now that cabinet. Oh goodness, Remdo. It's just a fly. You're okay. She does not like flies. And I don't blame her. I hate flies too. She's like a attack dog for the fly. Rem. She's okay. Come out here. Honey, it's just a fly. Oh goodness. Start shoving this fridge and corner cabinet together, and then we'll fight with the Lazy Susan. Brandon and I came up with a different game plan. He's going to put together that fridge cabinet. What he's doing And then this corner cabinet, since I have it now cut down, then I'm going to start dadoing out the face frames. So that way when he's done that, hopefully I'm almost done with this, and then we'll just get that Lazy Susan together. I really like this stain color. It looks really good. Natural stain. There we go. Needs to be 1/4 of an inch this side. I made our face frame on the top taller than normal because the crown going up there is taller than normal. And no, I don't want to do 1.5 inches and then add a riser and then, nope. This is easier. It might be a little bit more material, but it's easier. So I'm perfectly fine with more material. It's easier for install. You shove the cabinet up and it's done. Up to the ceiling. You don't have to, I don't know, measure, do all this stuff. I mean, you want it level, but you want it riding with the ceiling, so that's a little bit of a pain, but for the most part, you can kind of shove the cabinet up there and go from there. So I want it easy for when Brandon installs. And then we can just bolt the crown molding right to that, and it'll be super nice. Super simple. Get our microwave dadoed out here. Quarter and 1/4. Run it through again just to make sure. It all feels uniform, feels clean on the backside. Let's make sure this fits before we do anything else. Perfect fit. Okay. Love that. And it's tight back there. That's what we want. The dado's a good depth. Brandon put those together really nice. Okay. I have, I don't know, 11 more to do. I'm going to do it. Brandon's going to put those 2 cabinets together. And then we'll meet up for the arch nemesis, the Lazy Susan. We have our white oak natural stained face frames all dadoed out here for our cabinets. Brandon's putting the other Lazy Susan cabinet, and then we can start putting on all of these face frames with glue and screws into our dados. Hi, Remodel. This is the island. It's beach. It's painted, so that face frame's sitting right there. Needs to get sprayed, but I did dado it. There's only one cabinet that's actually incorrect. That corner cabinet was cut too short. It was programmed as a 36, it needs to be 41 3/4, so that'll have to get recut. And then we got the fridge measurements, the mini fridge, so we'll have to cut one more cabinet. But Brandon and I are going to start screwing these on once we're done with the Lazy Susan. Dado glued, screwed, dum, bum, bum. This upper I have to hand make because it's going to be shelving with no doors, so we have to stain and clear coat the inside. Corner cabinet, again, was programmed wrong, so we gotta wait for that. This face frame needs sprayed. This face frame needs stained and sprayed. And then there's a whole nother cabinet we still have to build. Face frame, all that. But that's the last cabinet we can do right now. And then start putting on all of our bottom pieces. Skins to cover up our Craig jigs. And that's the microwave cabinet. So you already know we need to pack it out, hold the weight of the microwave. Once all that's done, we'll see what time it is. I think we may actually then start cutting out the pieces for our dishwasher panel and our mini fridge panel. Making our way down here, we packed out our microwave, perfectly flush. It's 1.5 inches thick of material. It's contact, so there's 3 layers, the cabinet, a layer, and another layer, all contact cemented, and they are brad nailed as well. We use color match putty to clear those up, but the microwave will cover it. But it's like a sandwich. And then we have our bottom panels on the rest of our upper cabinets. And now Brandon is starting to cut out material. So that way we can try to get these panels done before the end of the day. It's nearing the end of the day and it's another hot day. So not sure if we'll finish fully, but if we do, the trim sheet will be done. Face frames will be done. Most of the cabinets and face frames onto the cabinets we'll be done. There's a few that we have to recut and build by hand, but we're making some progress today, which is wonderful. Here's a look at our 2 panels we made. This one's for the dishwasher. This one's for the mini fridge. Has a wider filler on it, a little smaller filler. Brandon and I got those done before all the guys left. So that's gonna pretty much do it for the video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Check us out on our website, Facebook, Instagram, obviously YouTube. We got a bunch of stuff done. Let's look over here. Almost made. We got all the trim made. Brandon got all these cabinets built, face frames on, whole bunch of stuff. So what's left is that cabinet's getting reprogrammed. It was too small. Corner cabinet. This cabinet I need to make by hand. We need to stain and clear coat. It needs to be that material right now. We also unloaded the van. And then I just got the measurements again a little bit earlier for the mini fridge. So that cabinet needs programmed and cut. I have way too many things going on, but we're under a time crunch, so that's what we got to do. I have this cabinet that I started building last night. It's going to have a face frame, and then with shelves that are fixed into place, but everything's going to be stained. Yeah, that's correct. Everything's going to be stained and clear coated on the inside, so we had to use this 3/4 inch material, build it by hand. Edge band this shelf, and this shelf. They're sitting right there. Got to attach them, but I have to wait on that. This cabinet needs built, and the face frame also needs built, but I'm waiting on that. This corner cabinet really needs built, face frame put on. It's already built, but I'm waiting on that. What I'm doing right now is I'm attaching all of the skins to these cabinets. So that way when Carl and Brandon get back, they can they can hopefully start maybe installing some of these. I don't know. They can't really install anything until that corner cabinet's completed. But you wanted me to do the skins first, so I'm getting the skins on, and then I'll get that cabinet completed. So skins on all these, and then I'll go and I'll start working on that corner cabinet. Face frame sitting right there. Time to start using our contact cement on our cabinets here. There we go. Like it in the middle too, in case the panel has a little bit of bow to it. You'll just hunker it down. Hunker it down. You know whose videos I've been watching recently? Ike. I think it's Ike's Donuts. I don't know, it's a donut shop in I think Arkansas. He's kind of funny. I like his videos a lot. So just keep rolling on. I don't know why. I thought I should mention that, but I like him. I bet he makes really good donuts too. And he's always super busy, which probably means he makes a pretty good product. Anyway, that cabinet should be completed now. Take this cabinet out. Oh, these are so dusty. So dusty. Only one side of this cabinet needs sprayed. Get it like that. I like going all the way to the edge, if possible. I also need to measure for doors. There's about a million things we need to do here, and we don't really have the time to do it, but it is what it is. There's that. I think what my plan here is to get all the uppers done, the skins on, everything. Uppers fully cleaned out, and then I'll measure for doors. It means building that, attaching the face frame, everything. That cabinet does not have doors, so again, it's just open shelves. Once all the uppers are out of here, cleaned up, measured, everything. What did I need? Where did I put that one skin? Am I going dumb? Right here. Then what I think I will do is, let me focus here for a minute. Perfectly flush on bottom. Something like this. It'll work out well. That'll work out well. Feels good. Once I have the uppers done, so skin's on, double checked, doors measured, everything cleaned out, I will come back over here. I will finish that cabinet, which is still an upper, but it's not crucial. Technically, it's the end, so it can go in last. I will get that cabinet done. It's almost pretty much done, quite honestly. Then it can get stained and clear coated and whatnot. And then my plan is to get the lower cabinet that's sitting over there, to get that built. Kind of hoping by that time that face frame sprayed, I can put it on. That face frame is stained, I can put it on. And then I'll build the face frame for that cabinet sitting right over there. Get it stained clear coated, get all the skins on all these, measure for all the doors on the lowers, all that type of stuff, yada yada yada. And then we still have drawer boxes to make. We still have shelves to make. Probably have to go measure for jobs this week. It's crazy. Crazy. Is what it is though. It's good to be busy. Good to be busy. There we go. Another side panel on. Try not to whip you guys around as much in the camera. I am sorry about that. Trying to make some good videos for you guys. Okay, so now I have one skin there, and then there is one skin on that cabinet, but I will not put that on until it's stained. Same thing with the face frame. I will not be putting that on until it is stained, because I don't want, obviously this is already stained and clear coated. The face frame's already stained and clear coated. I don't want, when they stain and clear coat that cabinet, I don't want stain and clear coat to get onto that cabinet. So this is all I'm doing right now here. Shoving these on. So I have them all on again. I'll take them over there. Get them kind of set up in the orientation of the kitchen. I might actually just do it right there, so that way when Brandon backs in, we can load them. I'll get the rest of the uppers built, and then I'll measure for the doors. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, clean them all out, go from there for the day. So I have my big boy cabinet right here. It's not that big, but it is all 3/4. And it's essentially done. I need to dado out the face frame a little bit wider since I use 3/4 inch material. That's fine, and then we just have to stain and clear coat everything, and then put the face frame on, put the side panel on, and then put my bottom panel on as well. But I have all these shelves equally spaced, so bottom face frame's gonna come flush, so it's 8 and 9/16, 8 9/16, 8 9/16. This one looks a little wider because it is, but once the face frame that is 3 3/4 go on, the space from here to here will be 8 and 9/16. So it's all the same. These are fixed. The client wanted them fixed shelves. No doors, so I edge banded the shelving. And then obviously my parts here don't need to be edge banded because the face frame will cover. Before I take that over, again, I need to make sure the face frame fits, and then I also need to, I want to Craig jig it. I didn't Craig jig it right there because I was in a hurry, so I'll just do the handheld. But I have my corner cabinet together, and I get to do probably my favorite task ever. I hate this task if I'm being honest. For whatever reason, these never get programmed with shelf holes. The shelf holes on these corner cabinets are right here, and they're right here. I don't know if you can see them. It's not enough. Really, probably one set right here and one set right here would be fine, but I go 1, 1, 1, 1, so I had 4 sets. Then I know the thing is just fully secured, you know. So 5 and 11, it would be, I'm gonna go 5 and 11. So I'm gonna drill my first hole, and for whatever reason the CNC does not line up with the Craig jig. It just doesn't. That's truthfully what makes this hard. If it would all just line up, oh, it'd be a breeze. But first ones never line up. Once you have your first one set, then they technically do line up, if that makes sense. Which is nice, that at least, otherwise it'd be a disaster. 5 and 11. 5 and 11. Drill my first hole. And now, get me a little peg. Set it into the hole there. Okay. Then we'll come up here. So, the top one should be 13 and a quarter. 13 and a quarter is right to there. So that's where I'll stop drilling. Okay. Next one starts 15 5/8. Actually 15 5/8. Say 15 5/8, a little bit heavy. I don't really like how that's lining up. 13 and a quarter is perfect. 13 and a quarter is definitely perfect. But my next one is 15 and 5/8. I mean, it's definitely 15 5/8. So I need to reset. My first set was perfect, but the next set is not going to be if I leave it in that configuration. So I'll just dismantle my jig right here. I don't know if you guys can even see what I'm doing. And dismantle my jig, set it at 15 and 5/8. Top of them be 23 and like 3. Yep. 15 5/8, 23 and like 3. And we'll start here. I'm gonna be honest about it. I don't like this DeWalt, but it is what it is at this point. Yeah, so this one from the top is like 6 and probably 3. So I'm gonna go like this. 6 and like probably 3. So what? 12 and like a half. It's right there. 12 and a half. Huh? Oh. No? What is going on here? I don't know. Okay, 13 and 3/4 is actually what I need. That's why I just missed that hole. Okay. We're fine there. Let's get these holes in here now. Freaking moved. I hate drilling shelf holes. I just wish we could program these correctly. That's what I wish. It just takes so much unnecessary time that I don't have when we're on a tight deadline. This is what it is. Okay, first set is now done. I just have to do that, whatever that was, 1, 2, 3 more times. Put this face frame on, dado that face frame, put it on, and then the uppers can get cleaned and measured. Hopefully, Brandon and Carl just got back. Hopefully they clean the vans out. Otherwise, I'll have to clean the vans out while I'm doing all of this. We'll just kind of see what we get to. I have all of these cabinets double checked. All of the bottom cameras in shambles. Bottom skin's on. They're all cleaned out. I'm ready to measure for doors. This cabinet right here is completed, except it needs stained and clear coated, obviously. If I can try and get my dados in here, I can kind of maybe show you what I did here. So the face frame's not technically attached, but my camera is so bad. Hold on. Better. Not really. That's how I have it planned for right now. Everything in here will be stained. Shelves are recessed back. The client now may want a 3/4 inch board here to plane out with the front of the face frame. So we're waiting to hear back from that, but if we have to do that, that's fine, we'll do it. That's what the client wants. It's just another added step, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So no doors here though, open shelving. That's why I had to make it out of this 3/4 inch. material, no clear coat. I'm gonna get all these doors measured, and then Brandon and I are gonna cut the shelves for that one cabinet, because for whatever reason, they never seem to wanna fit. We always have to trim them slightly. So we'll do that, and then Carl and Brandon will go install these uppers, and I'll start working on the lowers. I just got back from measuring for a kitchen remodel, but it's just a reface, so it's brand new concave doors, concave drawer fronts, all soft close, and then drawer boxes, and then we're spraying the whole kitchen a color called Shamrock. So obviously we're gonna make the doors, spray those in the spray booth, and spray or put them through the oven. Drawer boxes clear coated. We'll just take off the old, Jacob will tape, prime, and spray at Shamrock, and then we'll go install the new doors, new handles, new drawer fronts, new drawer boxes. So that's a reface. That's what we used to do a lot, but now we're into the cabinet business, so that's more what we do. We got all these clear coated, all these drawer boxes. These feel so nice. Those are so smooth. Last night, Brandon's over there at that house, the white oak natural stained, installing the lowers. Jacob is making the doors. White oak. He pretty much has all the drawer fronts cut. I think we're just missing 2. So out of the 29 doors, there's 14 drawer fronts. There's only 15 doors. But 2 of them still in cut. And then I'm going to start cutting out the center panels for the doors out of the white oak. The island is painted, but it's all drawer fronts, and they're done. So literally we just have the 15 white oak doors and the 2 white oak slab fronts we still have to do. But they're spraying and priming and staining and clear coating the rest of the drawer fronts right now. So I got to pull up this white oak panel material, get it over there, start cutting it out, and then see how much white oak material we have. We're kind of down to slim pickings here, so we may have to go get more. I got a few of our white oak panels cut out, but we're kind of low on material, so I'm gonna hold off until we get some more. So Jacob's coping our pieces. I'm gonna start sticking them. It's a concave style, round over right there. Not shaker 45 this time. Apply even pressure and get it out of the mud right there. 1 and 2 are done. Keep going. Got the dust collector on. Sharp bit, and we're good to go. Another one done. White oak likes to fight a little bit, but that's all good. I just got to finish coping these, or sticking these. Jacob's over here coping them, and then we got to get more material, cut our panels, sand everything, make sure it's perfect, start gluing, clamping, and then sand. All of our white oak panels are cut. We did have enough material, and then half of the doors are sanded, looked through, made sure everything's perfect. I still have to do those. Carl went to go get a bunch of slides, hinges, a whole bunch of stuff from our distributor for the same job. That's all the same job here. But Brandon is going to, we need the hinges for those doors, obviously. And then Brandon is making really good progress, so we're going to try to have him install these drawer boxes. Typically we install them on site, or not on site, but in the warehouse, but time crunch, so we weren't able to. But I'm screwing these clips in right now. Supposed to pre-drill these. I do not. These screws are not long enough to crack the material, and I don't like the pre-drill. Well, one, you got to use a centering bit. They always break. They never last. And 2, I want a really good hold into the material, and I found sometimes if you pre-drill, even with the centering bit, it doesn't always accomplish that, so I don't do it. Look how good these things look. These things look really good. So biggest, most important thing here is you do not want to angle your screw too much and have the back come up, because then you're kind of screwed. So I do the outside one first, because this one you have to go at more of an angle just based on how the slide works, or the clip works. And the reason why you're kind of screwed if you pop up the back is there's only a place for 2 holes. So kind of got to go right back in the same hole. And that doesn't really work that well. So this is a job you want to go fast, but also take your time. I need to get these in so that way when Carl gets back, he'll drop the stuff off, figure out what we need for her handles, get those ordered. They'll be in tomorrow, and then he can take these down to Brandon. So Brandon, keep cooking. Jacob and I, when Jacob gets back from his break, his lunch, we'll get these doors cooked out. Again, there's only 15 doors because 14 of them are drawer fronts. 12 of the drawer fronts are completed. We do have to cut 2 drawer fronts. But that's one other thing we have to do. We have to go get material. We ran out of wide material. So it's one other thing we have to do still, but that's okay. Now I'm running low. And I mean low on screws. I think I'll have enough to do these. Most of these screws are in the other van. The van that's here, set up for like resurfaces, existing jobs. I don't keep a lot of stuff in there like for installation because we're not installing anything new. We're just reusing all the existing stuff for resurfacing. Existing doors, existing hinges, existing screws, for the most part existing handles, existing door boxes. We just refinish it all, resurface it. New primer, new paint, sand it all down, make it look really good. So that being said, I don't keep a lot of construction materials in there. But I think I'll have enough. Okay. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 now. This will be the 8th one of the 13 drawer boxes completed. Then I'll move them over there so they can get loaded. Along with, need to get wood material so we can mount these in the back. And then I'll come back through. I'll finish sanding and looking through all the material right there, so we can start putting together doors. All of our white oak doors are now made, and it is time to start sanding them down from 13/16 thick to 3/4 of an inch thick. Dust collector's on. Jacob and I are gonna sand these guys. There's 15 of them total. Hopefully it won't take that long, so that way I can go start cutting them down over there. And then we can get them routed and finished up today. That'd be really nice. But only time will tell. The time has come to start cutting these doors down to the exact size they need to be. So there's 2 of these that are 23. Need to cut an 1/8 off each side. Then go down to 23 and an 1/8, and then 23. Let's just make sure we're perfect. Right about here. 23 and an 1/8. Perfect. Lock it in. We'll get these 2 doors cut. Then we'll go those 2, those 2, those 2. And then I don't know how many are over there, but that's the last set I'm doing. There we go. I always do the top and the bottom first, the height, because it likes, as you can see, to blow that out, and then I'll come all along the sides for the width and clean that all up. You go down to 23. Perfect. The beech is definitely denser. Definitely denser. This stuff cuts more like butter. It's white oak. Okay. So now it needs to be 17 and 11. Okay. Just double check in here. Yep. 3/8. make sure that we're going to do what needs to get done here. 16, 14, okay. Go right to there, I think. Kind of where I'm going to want it. Okay. Ding, ding, ding. Let it flash off. Yep. There we go. Get our nice trash pile. Nine, 10, 11, that should be it. 8, 9, 10, 11. I think that's correct. We'll find out here in a minute, I guess. That's a terrible sound. Stop that from happening. 17 and 11 by 23. 11 by 23. Okay, that's good. This other one done. Yep. Double check it. Take it over there when Jacob gets back from getting a few pieces of wood. He'll start routering. We'll double check the measurements again. We'll palm sand. Then we'll bore. Long day ahead of us. It's actually not too terrible. There's only 15 of these, so. But there are 2 fronts. That's where we went to go get the material. Hopefully we can get those cut as well. So I gotta finish cutting down these doors. And then there's a bunch over there, right there. And then we'll start routering right over there. Jacob's over there, routering out our doors. Now it is my time to measure. 17 and 11 by 23. 17 and 11 by 23. Get these all measured. I'm just gonna lightly putty everything, and then we'll palm sand and bore. Let's go 18 and 7 by 20 and a half. 18 and 7 by 20 and a half. I double check them over there when I'm cutting them down, but when Carl types them in, he types them in off of this sheet. So if I cut them down over there and they match, but they don't match here, then they're wrong. So that's why I'm double checking again off the main sheet here. 17 and 11 by 23. And then if everything matches that sheet, they should be right, unless I mismeasured. 18 and 7, 20 and a half. There's definitely always that possibility that I mismeasured. 14 and 11, 22 and a half. Those are microwaves because they're 30-inch cabinets. 14 and 11, 22 and a half. And then these are our Lazy Susans. 10 and 7, 30. Sheet says 10 and a half, but I always go a 1/16 under typically. And then 3 by 30. I don't know why. It always seems to work out better. There's less adjusting you have to do for those Lazy Susan hinges. And then all I'm going to do is just, it doesn't really need it quite honestly, at all. But I'm going to do it here just to make sure that everything is perfect before we go and palm sand and stain. So that's all I have to do here. Get these done. And then Jacob just has those to router. I'll double check them. I'll putty. And then the least favorite task of palm sanding will begin. But there's only 15, so shouldn't be too terrible, right? He did get the material for the drawer front, so we'll see if we get that together as well. There's just 2 of them. Not really sure. I don't even know what time it is. I think it's like 2:30. But palm sanding and boring takes a little bit of time, so we'll see if we get those together or not. I know, I'm popping off. Time to start boring these doors here. Look good. Press and hold. Send it on in. hinge, you know the drill. Move it, slide it, press it, drill it, press it in. That one's done. And Jacob will just unscrew it and bag them up. We'll be done with that door. Bigger doors are gonna get 3 hinges. That's a Lazy Susan door. And these doors right here, 2 hinges. Normal boring. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy at all, really. And once we're done with this, I think there's gonna be enough time to try to put or cut out those last fronts. Nice borehole. Press it in. Done. It's on the correct side. Bingo. That's all there is to it. Hey, this is Tyler with Cabinet RX. We're just finishing up here at our latest kitchen remodel, but we're not quite done yet. Our backsplash guys are going to come in. They have to measure and put in the new backsplash that this client chose. And then our plumber is going to come in and hook up the dishwasher. And then this kitchen will be complete. A few things we did. We came in. Carl, who's behind the camera, came in, quoted the job out. Client loved it. They put the brains together. They came up with the game plan. And then I came in, measured for all brand new cabinets in this whole entire kitchen. Lowers, uppers, everything. And then we custom built all new lowers, all new uppers. We hand built everything from drawer boxes to doors to the trim in this kitchen. We also have a handle catalog. So we supplied, we drilled, we installed all the handles. So that being said, these doors right here are white oak along with the cabinets, obviously. This is a concave style door that we make here. All the doors open 110 degrees and then they soft close. Inside of these cabinets are adjustable shelves that can be moved wherever you want. If you want to take some of the shelving out, awesome. If you want to keep them all in, awesome. It's up to you. Again, soft close. Doors that are by like appliances, we put restrictors in so they don't ding up your appliance, ding up your handle. We want to make sure everything stays nice, neat, and clean for you for a long time. Crown molding we did up there is a 2.5 inch wide board. It's the same depth as the doors, so it all planes out, nice and even. Love that. The stain here is a natural stain. I think it looks really, really good with this white oak material. I think it's the best stain that we've ever done. It makes everything look super consistent, and I really like that. The client did too. Client went with slab drawer fronts, and with the slab drawer fronts are dovetailed full extension soft close maple 5/8 inch thick drawer boxes. Obviously they full extend, they soft close just like that. Again, handles we supplied, we drilled, we installed, we asked the client where they want them. There's typically about three options that most clients choose, but whatever you want, we'll do. Again, and then we help pick kind of the sizes once you pick the style you like. This countertop's amazing. It was installed by the countertop company that we work with. It's a family-owned company. They do all of our countertops. They come in, they measure. The owner actually measures, and he templates it all out by hand. He doesn't, he's not against lasers, but he really likes to be involved, and he comes in, he templates the whole thing out, takes his time, and then they always install it great. This countertop's amazing too. I think Carl said it's level 7, so it's like the top. So this is amazing. It has a little bit of red, a little bit of that kind of natural stain look, so it looks awesome. The island's a showpiece for sure. This color by Sherwin-Williams, super cool. Obviously all the slab drawer fronts on the front here, and then this sort of paneling that we did, super custom. And we kind of fitted in some corner boards here and some shoe molding and some other trim to just kind of finish everything off, make sure everything looks super nice, super complete, and super custom looking. Client also talked to the countertop company, and she wanted this sort of rounded off part here instead of square to rectangular, so she has room for the fridge. So countertop company can do that. Another drawer stack over here, slab drawer fronts, everything soft close. We had to make a mini fridge panel, dishwasher panel. Everything again is made by us, measured, installed, built, everything. And then this cabinet right here, so there was no cabinet here. And the client and I were kind of going through some options on what she could put here. And she came up with this idea to put fixed shelves. So these are not adjustable. They could have been, but she didn't want that because she didn't want to see holes in the side because there's no doors, obviously. And we had to make this out of a different material than the rest of our cabinets because obviously we stained and clear coated the inside here. And I think it turned out awesome. I think it made the kitchen look custom. It made it look how she wanted it to look, which is the most important thing. I think that pretty much sums everything up. Oh, one other thing we did here. Carl decided to kind of try out a new Lazy Susan, since sometimes the comments don't like the Lazy Susan we put in. Even though I like the other style Lazy Susan we put in, the white Lazy Susan, but we went with a wood style Lazy Susan. It looks super good, and that might be what we start going with in the future. So I think that about wraps it all up. Concave doors, slab drawer fronts, handles, we drilled, supplied, installed. All the cabinets are new, custom built, custom measured, custom installed. If you need a resurface for your kitchen remodel, which is existing doors sprayed, if you need a reface, which is brand new doors sprayed, or if you need full custom cabinets taken out, installed, countertop, backsplash, trim, flooring, whatever you need, we can do it here at Cabinet RX, and we pretty much measure, build, and install everything besides the countertop, the backsplash, or the flooring.